Good morning, folks. This is Pastor Michael Emmett, taking a little break from the job here to share a few things that the Lord has laid on my heart. I was looking just the other day in Numbers chapter 15, verses 37 to 41. It says, "Then the Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. Throughout the generations to come, you must make tassels for the hems of your clothing and attach them with a blue cord. When you see the tassels, you will remember and obey all the commands of the Lord instead of following your own desires and defiling yourselves as you are prone to do. The tassels will help you remember that you must obey all my commands and be holy to your God. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, that I might be your God. I am the Lord your God." Now, check this out. Some of us think poorly about cross necklaces, different things like that. But God told them, I want you to make tassels so that you will remember me and obey me and not do the things that you have a tendency to do. Don't we all have a tendency to do things that are contrary to God, to ignore God, or do things we know are not right? So what I want to encourage you to do is fill your life with biblical things to help you remember to obey God's word. This is a reminder to avoid your own desires. Sometimes the things we want, we think they're awesome and wonderful and going to work out great for us. But if you're like me, you've had times when you got exactly what you wanted, only to find out it really wasn't all you thought it was going to be. So avoiding your own desires becomes very important, because there's only one who knows what is absolutely best for you, and that is God. It's kind of like the old show that says Father knows best. Well, God always knows best. And then this is a reminder to be holy. See, not only are we supposed to follow God's desires, not our own desires, but we're supposed to live in a way that we can be like Him. So what that means for us is to be holy. He said, be holy because I'm holy. And so we try to live as much like God as we possibly can. You might think, well, that's not really possible. But with God's help, we can get closer and closer to being everything He wants us to be. And if we have our own tassels, so to speak, in our lives to help us follow after God, what are some things? Can you have scriptures around? Can you have reminders? I have a cross on my desk, not because I'm trying to decorate the room with crosses, but to remind me Jesus died on the cross for me. We have scriptures around that will help us know things about God. Now, these reminders are always used to remember to look to God, not so that we can be seen. I don't want to put a cross on my desk just so I look Christian-y. I don't want to have a fish on the back of my car just so I can look like I'm a godly kind of guy. But I want those things to remind me to follow God. Now, in Matthew 23:5, Jesus said, all their works they do to be seen by men. They make their phylacteries broad and enlarge the borders of their garments. I don't want to wear a bigger cross just so people see I've got a cross. I don't want to put bigger signs out with bigger scriptures just so people can say, hey, he's a godly guy. Distinct differences in our appearance and our life choices, they can be great reminders. If you decide I'm not going to wear certain clothing because I want to be closer to God, that's okay. Use that to help you draw nearer to God, but never let it become, this is so people will say, hey, I'm holy, I'm special, you're just awesome. We want to hear those things. But what we really want to do is have God look at us and say, hey, this is my child. They're doing what I said by having tassels of some sort in their lives to remind them to follow me. God bless you. I hope you take this with you and have an awesome day.